Hello, good afternoon, hello everybody, welcome, good afternoon, tis Sarah here from Real Fitness and welcome to this live broadcast on Sunday the 1st of November. It is finally November. I'm not sure whether that is a good thing or a bad thing at the moment, but we are here nonetheless. So welcome to this live broadcast, and I'm going to talk with you about my clean eating challenge that is taking part in November. You don't have to join me today, but you can join me for any part of November, and if you want to join me for the 30 days, then you are very welcome, and it's going to be a good challenge. You're going to learn a lot, and hopefully at the end of it you're going to feel amazingly better. So let me tell you a little bit about the November Clean Eating Challenge. As I said, I'm Sarah from Real Fitness with Sarah, and I will be running this challenge in my group. And if you are interested, if you're not in my virtual fitness Facebook group, then do give me a shout and I can give you the details on how to join the group. So maybe you are after a new focus for November, a new focus on you and your body. It has been a roller coaster ride over the last, well, probably since March. I think we can quite easily say that from March it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride, and we're going to get, it's going to get a bit steeper and a bit bumpier. And I think rather than focusing on the doom and gloom and throwing in the towel, now is the time to focus on you. So do you feel that you need a new focus for November? Especially now, you really do. It's time to focus on the good, time to focus on you. Maybe you've eaten poorly, not your best over the past few months, and now you're thinking, it's coming up for Christmas. This is the time when I'd like to indulge a bit, but if I keep indulging between now and Christmas, then it's just going to go awful. What size am I going to be? How am I going to be feeling by the time we reach Christmas and after Christmas as well? So maybe you've been eating poorly, you've been feeling quite low, been tired, bloated, and just really fed up. And now it's time to really focus on your body. You're only given one of them, and you're only given one chance on this planet. So why not treat your body the way it needs to be treated by giving it some self-care, some self-love, and eating well. So join me on this challenge for November if you're interested. So maybe as well you're thinking, I don't know where to start. What do I do with clean eating? What is this all about? So if you need a little bit of help with this, and I'm going to talk about it from all different angles. So I'm not just going to talk about what we're eating, but I'm going to look at all the other benefits of clean eating. So with clean eating, it's all about helping you to lose weight if that's your goal, if that's what you want to do. About better gut health. And there's lots of connections with gut health and all different parts of the body, especially, and the thing that interests me and has not a lot of research into this is the connections with gut health and mind health. So if you're eating better, more than likely you're going to have better mental health. I mean, obviously there's lots of other variables that might get in the way, but absolutely, if you're eating better, and I know for me, if I'm eating better, I can focus better. I don't have that sort of, sugar, processed food, brain fog. So absolutely. When you have good gut health as well, and when you're eating clean, you're going to have more energy, you're going to bring more nutrients into your body, which is going to boost your immunity, which is so important right now. Also, when you're eating well and eating clean, you're going to also as well reduce inflammation within the body. Boost your health and sleeping better, just to name a few things that clean eating will definitely do for you. So what is clean eating? What is it all about? Now, there's no black and white answer here. You're either clean eating or you're not. It's all about introducing things into your diet, into your life, maybe in stages, or maybe you might be some person that wants to go cold turkey. But it's all about reducing the processed foods and eating foods in its rawest state. I'm not suggesting, for a second that all you're going to do is just eat raw carrots for 30 days. Absolutely not. But looking at the processed foods. There's no need to have a detox. There's not like, I need to detox and cut down to 600 calories a day. You don't need to do that. It's not gluten-free. It's not necessarily vegetarian, but it's all about getting the best quality food and nutrients into you. So yeah, about reducing processed foods, and it's about looking at foods in the most naturalist, healthiest form. So we're looking at reducing sugar, we're looking at reducing those bad trans fats, we're looking at reducing maybe caffeine, if that's your problem area, and also alcohol as well. So these are the things we need to be looking at. And I'm not saying, you need to just reduce everything right now, but look at the areas where you think that you might be your problem area. So for me, people that know me will know that it's sugar, it's chocolate, it's always going to be my issue. So that's the one thing that I'm going to look at. I don't drink, so that's not a problem. But yeah, absolutely, let's look at the sugar, the chocolate, and maybe a little bit of caffeine as well. Okay, so let's just move on a little bit. So, what do you need to do today to start eating a bit better, start eating a little bit cleaner? So definitely more fruit and veg in its rawest forms if you can. Yeah, absolutely, we can eat apples, bananas, we don't need to cook them. But if you are going to cook things, like your peppers and carrots, your broccoli, then, try not to add too much stuff to it, too much fat, too much sugar, too much salted stuff, and eat it in its absolute rawest form. So more fruit and veg. What is the recommended allowance? We say, or recommended amount is 5 portions, but if you can bring it up. I think a long time ago in my classes I challenged everybody to eat 10 portions of fruit and veg every single day. Absolutely doable, but you need to put a lot of planning and thought into it. But if you can increase it, then absolutely. So limiting processed foods, processed meats, processed packaged foods, processed pizzas, processed takeaway foods, all these different things to really limit them. Cooking things from fresh, from scratch is absolutely key. And we're going to be home now, we know this, for the next month. So really look at, investing your time into some nice new recipes so that you can learn a new skill and really bring this clean eating into your day-to-day diet. Read all your labels as well. Don't assume if you're going shopping and purchasing food and it's in a package that might be healthy, that it might be unhealthy. And just be really mindful. One of my bugbearers is when you go into the supermarket and there's a big sign that says health foods, and it's lots and lots of vegan foods that have been highly processed. Sure, if you're going to go, if you're vegan or if you're vegetarian, absolutely use these foods, but just be really mindful of how much process has gone into making something like, vegetarian food that looks like ham, that has been pounded and lots of things added to make sure it stays in that state. So just be mindful of that. Reducing your carbs, refined carbs is what I'm talking about. So things that have lots of sugar in, things that have had the fibre taken out. So your white breads, your white pastas, your white rices have all had the fibre stripped out of them to make them white, make it more palatable. Then they probably add a few little things in as well to make it sweeter, make it more addictive, so that you come back and eat those foods. So just be really mindful of your refined carbs that you take in. So lots of sugary things as well, biscuits, cakes, chocolates, all those things are refined carbs. Looking at added sugar and alcohol with that as well. So just be mindful of sugar in everything. So I'm not saying for a minute that if you enjoy having half a teaspoon of sugar in your tea that you should stop instantly, but just be mindful of what you're doing, and maybe if you are doing that, then look at an alternative or a substitute or other ways to reduce sugar, because you got to live your life and you've got to enjoy something, and if that's the one thing that you do enjoy, then there's nothing wrong with that. And alcohol. We all know that alcohol in moderation is fine, and I think the weekly allowance is 14 units for men and women now, so just be mindful that you are really, really cutting back if alcohol is taken over, especially during this crazy time that we find ourselves in. A lot of people are going to the alcohol as their go-to stress reliever. Avoid packet snack foods as well. Again, they can be laden with all the things like they're highly processed, lots of sugar, lots of salt. So just be mindful of those. And this is what we want. You can most definitely do this from today, introducing more water into your diet. Fresh water is super, you know, straight from the tap, don't need to buy anything fancy. Plenty of water, so absolutely drink, drink, drink. Flushes everything out, keeps you hydrated, and you know, it's you know, super for you. So bottom line is, with clean eating, fresh, nutritious foods, minimally processed, these things are going to boost your health, and you'll appreciate the foods for their flavours as well, especially if you're cooking from fresh, cooking at home, you're learning something new, a new recipe, you're going to really, really appreciate it a lot more. And also as well, it's got to be sustainable and good for our planet. That's, you know, it is key, and I think that's in the bottom line there. So if you want to join me in November for clean eating, so a new start, a new month, join me. If you think, oh, I might wait, don't leave it too long. Do join me. I'm going to be running this from my virtual fitness Facebook group. You're going to see me most days pop up. There's going to be exercises, there's going to be recipes, and I've seen them, they are perfect. Every single day I'm going to be introducing a super healthy food for you to learn and read about. I'm going to have a weekly topic as well. So this week I'm going to give you obviously an introduction to clean eating and the reasons that you really need to clean eat. The second week I'm going to talk about mindset and how you take your clean eating further into the future. So we're not just talking about 30 days, we're talking about for the rest of your life. How can we do that? How can we change our mindset so we do this most of the time? Week 3, I'm going to talk about gut health and the connection with eating well to the gut and all other parts of the body. And week 4, I'm going to talk about eating for health. Food as medicine and medicine as food. Absolutely important. So I hope that's given you a good introduction to clean eating. I would absolutely love it if you can join me. You don't have to join me for the 30 days, just join me for a few days if you want to, just to see what it's all about. But I can assure you, if you eat well for 30 days, you are going to feel so much better at the end, and that's what it's all about. I want to help people feel better, look better, move better, and this is a time when you really, really need to be looking after you and your body. We're going into winter now, and we know what's ahead of us. So let's do something good for ourselves, for our body. Okay, if you want information on the clean eating, just comment below, and I will see you all again very soon. Have a lovely afternoon, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.